Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's it's Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. It is, me in time, 1:07 p.m. Um, Sunday, December 14th, 2025. Yeah, funny, sitting down. Yeah, I have some food here with me, some hard-boiled eggs with mayo, mustard, and pepper, and my, what do you call it? Peppermint tea and my cornbread with butter and jam. Yeah, wow. I just want to just get my thoughts together on tape. Um, yeah, I got up this morning and was getting dressed. Had something, had some tea and a banana early this morning, not knowing that Lavvy had passed away. And yeah, after that, I always like to get my water in the morning. I had made some a warm tea, and then I checked my I got a WhatsApp, and I responded to them. They had evidently must have gotten the tapes I did yesterday. Um, but I told him that he didn't pass. He was very weak, and he was still alive when I left. So not knowing when I'm saying this to the person, my little Lavvy had passed away. Yeah, I took a shower, got dressed, put lotion on my feet, and then I forget what happened that I had to pick up my phone, and I got a message. I said, I better, yeah, no, I think I know it. I was to go downstairs to get, yeah, that's right. I had text that I was to go on my way to the vet, and I'll get there around 10 to 10, between 10 and 11 in the morning. And so when I did, I pressed the send button. Then something, I went to see if anyone else tried to get in contact with me. Yeah, was Lavvy's doctor. Yeah, he said he had passed. It's passed at 7:55 a.m. today. Wow. And so I said, I'm on my way right now. Yeah, I was going to have my breakfast before I left, not knowing that he had passed. Um, so when I got there, they were very nice. The doctors weren't there, but the staff that know Lavvy, and I saw them yesterday. We talked and everything. They saw Lavvy and everything. Um, yeah, there was another person, an intern, and I said, please tell me what happened. The circumstances. When was he discovered? Well, the first one I talked to and asked that question, the person that brought his body out, um, she was mentioning a name, but I didn't know who the person was. It was a woman. They said that she's actually a nurse. Um, but this other intern came in the room. The other person, they were on night shift. They must have been sleeping. And another intern came. It was a man, young man, very nice. And he explained that at 11 p.m. yesterday, Lavvy was alive, but he was extremely, extremely weak, they said. And then the nurse came and checked up on him around midnight, but he had passed. So I guess, the 7:55 that I was told in the text this morning, I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe that's the official, the paperwork, I don't know. So either way, that's what happened. But I got to see Lavvy when it was, you know, um, I got to see him yesterday. I actually thought he was going to pass yesterday. How they worded the text regarding his condition early yesterday morning on the 13th, December 13th. Um, so, I'm sorry. So, Yeah, I thought it was going to pass yesterday. So I got to see him. Oh, it's thundering. See that? See how good Lavvy is? Lavvy waited. I mean, Lavvy made sure he parted before it was to rain. Yeah, when I got up this morning, it was beautiful looking outside. It was sunny, looked fantastic. He did that. He knew that he didn't want me out in the rain. Yeah, he did. He knew he didn't want me in the rain. So he made sure I got the message. Ran over there, took a moto, and brought him home. Buried him. Put a beautiful lavender plant right on the top of his grave. Yeah, and I watered it, and everything was finished. And about an hour and a half later, it starts to rain. He's such a good little boy. He's looking after Mama. So either way, with yesterday, um, yeah. So um, yeah, that's what the nurse said that he had passed around midnight. But yesterday, when I was with Lavvy, I think I got there. It was approaching 11 p.m. I mean, I'm sorry, 11 a.m. And um, yeah, he was weak when they carried him out. He looked very limp. And I said, "Is he still alive?" And I got a little irritated with the young lady. English is not a first language. He was still alive, yes. And I guess they were just nervous, whatever. But he was still alive, and I spent the afternoon with him, you know. Um, yeah, I spoke with him, I kissed him, hugged him, and yeah, they tried to give him some food. At one point, he started to like he made a sound like a bark or something. So I said, "Oh, maybe he has to go down." And he did a little pee pee, and then maybe excuse me, shortly after that, he starts to bark really loud, real loud. I was a little scared actually. I had him in my arms. I didn't know I was such emphatic. And they looked at him and they said that sometimes dogs start to hallucinate. That's what he said. The doctor on call at the time. Yeah, nice doctor, nice man, and eventually stopped. And then his main doctor came in. It was his day off. He was dressed very nicely. He came to see Lavvy, and I told the doctor what happened. That he was just started barking really loud, and then the doctor picked him up, and he put him on the ground. I think did he start to bark again? Either way, he started walking. You know, you hold the harness, and he walked with Lavvy. Walked a little bit. He was extremely weak. Yeah, and and the doctor put him on. He says, "Okay," and then he says, "I'll have him lie down." So he was lying um, the towels and placed him really nicely. And he had to go poo poo. Yes, about maybe 3 minutes right after that, he went poo poo. He did number two. And maybe that's what happened while he was barking. He didn't want Mama to get number two on me. So, yeah. And then I just put a little blanket on. You know, I finished talking to the doctor, and then he left. Um, he was helping out in a situation, and I just said, I might as well lie down next to him. I put my that scarf thing that I had. Let me show you. Let me just put this down. Let me just get it. Yeah, that's yeah. This is the famous little carrier that I used for Lavvy last year when he came out of the hospital last year around February, March of 2024. Yeah, so I'm happy about that. I still have it. So I put this on top of him as he slept, and I rubbed his belly and everything. His tummy was like making, noise and everything. But I stayed with him up to like 4:30, and it was the staff invited me for dinner, and so I asked them that they take Lavvy to put him back in his container and to feed him. And yeah, so we had dinner, and the two doctors and one of the staff, the main staff, the female that was up front. Um, and it was a beautiful, beautiful dinner. It was nice. It was nice to see the two doctors. And we were talking about that I still want to have a party for Lavender. Lavender's birthday is January 14. So he would have been 13 years old. And I told the doctors and everybody there, I said, we're going to have a party regardless what happens. So it was just a beautiful moment. And the sun and everything, it was very good moment. And Lavender was resting. Then I got home. It started to get dark really soon. Yeah, so when I left, it was still light outside. It was after 5. Um, so by the time I got home, it was dark. And just went straight to bed. I was exhausted yesterday, very, very exhausted. And yeah, he passed away. And yeah, he's a good little boy, and he was very thoughtful. He he left on his own terms. He left on his own term and his own power, and I'm very grateful. And I told the doctor, it was 2 days ago. I said, I don't want. I'm not God, and I'm not here to. I can't take away life, you know. And I just hope he goes in peace, and he did. I got to hug and kiss him and kiss him and kiss him, you know. Sorry, message came in. Yeah, I got to hug and kiss him and everything. He knew he was loved, and he went his way. Yes, power to Lavvy, yeah. And on my way home today, I did a live video of the process, me coming home on the moto. Yeah, we were going to the hospital for 20, 23 months. Sometimes we go several times in a week. Yeah, you know, every month. Every month we were there, sometimes several times in a month. And today was my last day there, you know, as a patient. But I told them I want to still see them and have that gathering. And I want to bring cake and ice cream for them. Yeah, for the whole staff and everything. And in Rwanda, they're not into sweets, it turns out. And there's a joke about ice cream, an ice cream cone. Yeah. It's not a masculine thing in Rwanda for a man to eat an ice cream cone. So this is for children and women. Yeah, it's something unmasked. Yeah. But so the joke was, I'll make sure that I don't put it in a cone, but you'll get yours in a bowl. Yeah. So this is to conclude the wonderful adventure that I had with Lavender. Yeah, I forget the day that I actually got Lavender. It was either April or May of 2013, and I thought, yeah, boy, I remember I saw him. He's so beautiful, and yeah, I had wanted to do what do you call it? Oops, it's thundering now. It's all Lavvy. Yeah, that lavender plant is going to really grow. That's what it means. Yeah, so Lavvy is on the other side now. And I hope Lily and Lilac, my little fur babies that passed away early last year, I hope they greeted him nicely. Yeah, and I hope they're playing and everything. Let me go now. Yeah, peace and love to you all. And I thank you for your sensitivities in this process. Yeah, thank you again. Bye-bye.